They're breaking in again. Third time this month. They climb over the gates.
Thanks for telling us.
You're going to catch them this time.
I'll have a go.
I want to work with you.
Yeah? Well, there's two for you, dick head.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Cheers.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Mick, come here.
Jimmy boy.
Bill.
Jimmy.
How you doing, my son?
All right.
Ace.
This one's for you, Jimmy.
It's good to be alive.
Maud was supposed to stay here 1 or 2 weeks until he found somewhere else to live. That was the deal, wasn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, I didn't imagine that conversation, did I?
No.
No, definitely not.
And how many weeks has it been since the two of you moved in?
3.5.
6 on Tuesday. And yet you're still very much in residence, aren't you, Maud? Clogging up the blood pool with hairs, leaving toenail clippings on the bedside table, and spreading biscuits around the house like some crazed Hansel and Gretel. I want you out, Maud, by the end of the week. No buts, dangerous. It's either him or me. And we both know I'm not going anywhere, so you better sort it, all right?
So, what shall I do about the suit?
I don't want to hear anything more about the bloody suit.
Do you think she wants me to go?
Looks that way.
Seems unfair that you're allowed to stay.
I am my husband.
True. Maybe I did get the better deal. Why don't you come with me? We can get the old place back.
I very much doubt that. Not after what happened.
Yeah. Who'd have thought it wasn't microwavable, eh?
yourself. Let that bloody take
Gov? Getaway car went that way.
It's been a while since we had a diamond robbery.
Hard to shift.
Audacious. Yeah. It's a proper crime.
3-man crew, £6 million worth of bling. Not bad for 10 minutes work.
Guess he was released from prison this morning.
I've no idea.
Jimmy the gent.
Today's just getting better and better.
If you're drinking, Chaz, you're not driving her anywhere, all right?
Dad?
It's all right, we'll get a cab.
I wish he wasn't so hard on you.
Wait, I can take it.
Whoever said crime doesn't pay hadn't been to this gaff, had they?
How are you two? All right? Good stuff. Good stuff. Here you go.
Oh.
Why don't we have lunch tomorrow?
Oh, Jeff, at the usual place?
Yeah.
About 1 o'clock?
Yeah, 1 o'clock's fine.
I don't believe it.
Do you have an invitation? Jack. Follow me.
What's the old Bill doing here?
That's a nice idea, love. Inviting the opposition.
Well, I know how much you like surprises, babe.
Ray.
Jimmy.
Good to see you. Glad you could come over for the celebration. Fancy a drink? It's whiskey, isn't it?
Cheers.
What about the boys? Whiskey's all round? That'll be a yes. Mick, do the honours, would you?
Did you hear what went down today, Jimmy?
No, should I?
Right up your street.
Oh.
Diamond robbery. Very tasty. What was it you called it?
Audacious.
That's audacious.
Any suspects?
A few.
Evening all.
Mickey Keating. I see your gags haven't improved.
Got a reputation to maintain.
Somebody's told me you're a DI now. Congratulations. Well, fellas, enjoy the party. Ray? Kev, why don't you play something lively? I'm sure the boys would love to have a little dance. Come on, darling.
He knows we know.
Job's a good one.
No. Well, like the man says, enjoy yourselves.
Yeah, I've got to be somewhere, go.
Oh.
Sorry. I know you. Chaz Hooper. Joyriding on the Penham Estate about 10 years ago.
God, you got a good memory, ain't you?
What you doing here?
Jimmy's my godfather.
You nicked any good cars recently?
Nah, kid stuff, innit? I've grown up.
How's it going?
You know.
Well, that's not yours.
Yes, it is. I bought this in a second-hand shop by Church Street.
I think a friend Julie gave me that years ago. Well, that is definitely mine.
No, it's not. Do you not remember I brought it back from the Druid Festival? Yes, I did. It's mine, and so's the album.
No, this is just childish. Let's try and behave like two mature adults, all right? You have the album, I'll have the game.
Really like that game.
Fine.
Mind you, it won't be much use to me on my own. Sorry about crumbs and stuff.
Sure you don't want some breakfast?
Nah, things to do, people to see.
Where are you staying tonight?
Well, it was gonna be either the bed sitting near the Chinese or me mate Gerald's sofa bed, but I've just had a tip off about a room above a pub, which would be well convenient. I love the smell of Carlsberg in the morning.
Sounds like your sport for choice.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want a lift?
Nah, freedom of the open road, you know how it is. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Bye.
Bye.
Morning, darling. Morning. You seen Jimmy? Hi, baby. Oh, hello, darling.
Come on, let's go. Come on.
Calming, I'm calming. Don't panic.
Let's go. Get out of here. Move it. Come on. Move it.
Happy birthday. What's your name? I just want to take you out.
Beverly.
Let's get out of here.
It's
Come on.
Jimmy Vincent's just been found dead in his pool. Shot in the head.
Well, that's a bit awkward. Seeing as how we was all there last night getting lashed.
Well, I want everyone on it. We need to get to his killer before one of them does.
Guff.
What's up? It's like a funeral in here.
It's a recent footprint.
She's over there.
We'll get a car split.
Burglary.
Only the very brave or the very stupid would rob Jimmy the gent. Mrs. Vincent. DC Davis.
A constable? Well, we're obviously a top priority.
Bev.
Rest assured, love, we've got the whole team on this investigation, and we're not going to stop until we discover who killed him.
He's been out, what, 24 hours and this happens? I've waited for him all these years, Ray. I visited all the prisons. I stood in the queue with the other wives and girlfriends every bloody Wednesday, come rain or sodding shine. I done all I could, and this is what I get in exchange. My husband dead in the pool the minute he arrives home.
Did you hear the gunshot?
Of course not. I'd have called you lot if I had. It's a big house, all right. My bedroom's right the other side.
So, who might have wanted him dead?
Who'd have the balls to do it, more like?
Any ideas?
No.
I've got to ask you this, love. Was he involved in the diamond robbery?
I'm the last person that would know. He kept that sort of thing from me.
Lucy, go on. You've got to read this. It's a guaranteed bestseller. It's got where all the bodies are buried and by whom. We're just gonna make a killing. What do you mean he's not coming? Oh, Christ. No, that's fine. I'll see you later. Yeah.
Here we are, boys.
Thanks, Mrs. Green.
I'll be back with some coconut rock cake in a minute.
Don't bother, Mum.
Look at him. He needs feeding up. All that crime fighting is hungry wagger.
So, Gary, tell me how it happened.
Right. So, driving along now, then suddenly, bam, this bus rams us. Before I know what's going on, these 4 blokes in balaclavas pouring petrol all over the van, threatening to burn it unless I get out.
So you opened the door?
You bet I did. I'm on $5.50 an hour, mate. I ain't getting barbecue for that. You get me? So, yeah. So they dragged me around the back now, hit me, then threatened to blow my bloody head off unless one of the other lads let him in. So I'm shitting it now. Then, brah, the gun went off right by my head. I thought I was a goner, mate.
So did the other guards?
Yeah, I was on my way to heaven, but I must have fainted because I woke up in Willesden.
Tell me about the assailants.
They were wearing balaclavas, so I didn't really...
What about their build, their accents?
Medium height and build. I didn't really hear an accent.
Did they sound young or old?
Yeah.
So which is it, young or old?
Oh, hard to say, really, you know, because it happened so fast, so I don't really... Actually, no, when I think about it, there was one thing. One of them had, like, terrible BO. I mean, rank. It was nasty. It was...
Did anything else stand out?
Not really, no.
Drop the knife! I'm a policeman! Last stop on our tour. Now, this is the spot where Charlie Simpson was stabbed to death by the Taylor brothers. Shortly after he turned over their casino in 1979. Now, he robbed them because they owed him money for his part as the shooter in the gangland murder of Tommy Nolan, whose scrapyard we visited in Mile End. Now, he'd had a long-running feud with the Taylors. To be honest, by then, no one could remember what it was about. But as you can see, there's no escaping the long arm of the law, and subsequently, the Taylor brothers have spent the last 27 years in maximum security. Well, that's the end of our tour, ladies and gents. If you'd all like to go to the minibus, we'll drop you off at the nearest tube station.
Nobody mentioned changing the end of the scene. I wish someone would let me know in advance about script changes. Bit of advice. No Rosser would show his warrant card before asking them to drop their weapons. I know. My uncle's a community officer.
Well, thanks for the advice.
Thanks, lads.
Wasn't Charlie Simpson killed in Soho?
Nightmare to park round there, though, isn't it? I heard about Jimmy, the bastard. I'd have thought he'd be the last of us to go.
How come it was you and Billy picked him up from prison, not his wife?
Bit of a ritual. I'd go with Billy if Jimmy was getting out, and vice versa.
And then a few hours later, an armoured car gets robbed by 3 men.
You're having a laugh. No. We ain't run together for donkey's years, no. Oh, look for this knackered old pin.
Mrs. Vincent says he didn't get home till gone 5. What did you get up to that day?
We dropped him off in town.
Where?
Weymouth Street.
When?
Mid-morning.
So Jimmy could have been involved.
It's a young man's game now, dangerous, you know that. Nowadays it's all drugs and shooters. I blame rap music.
My governor is worried whoever killed him is going to end up dead before we catch him. He thinks your lot will take care of it.
Yeah, well, Jimmy was a popular bloke.
Not with everyone.
Nobody's perfect.
Help me find his killer. At least, let me know if you hear anything.
I'm no grass.
He was your mate.
You stick with me, Mick. You'll never wear off the peg again. Hey, Hang's nice.
That's what they said about Danny Smith.
We'll take 2.
Nowadays, I just do the tours. I'm out of the loop.
Billy and Jimmy did time for the Chelsea diamond merchant's job and shared a cell, right?
You know they did.
You were arrested too. You were part of his gang. Yet, you didn't go down.
We're in and out quick. If anyone messes with us, we fire a warning shot. Afterwards, we dump the car in Greenwood, and I take the diamonds back to my place. Watch out!
Jimmy! Nobody wants a raspberry ripple or a smash and grab. Bit of luck from me, really.
Because they got nicked.
Funny how things turn out. Jimmy once told me, life is defined by moments and their repercussions, good and bad. He was a smart man, Jimmy.
Hello? Look, whoever you are, stop calling me or I'll go straight to the police. You understand? You don't scare me. Just leave me alone.
Oh, hi there. This is DC Davis, Willesden North CID. Your company recently made a large payment to a Jimmy Vincent. Can I ask what that was for? Yeah, I'll wait.
Ballistics report.
Cheers. Did he? What's the book called? Life Sentence. Yes, yeah, my number is 0208 946 03. Sorry, 0325. I was beginning to think you weren't coming, Rabbit.
If you're not dangerous, I'm like a bad penny, me.
We know Jimmy Vincent did the diamond job. Who else was on it with him?
Billy Palmer.
What about the third man?
I don't know.
Could it be Mick Keating?
I doubt it. He's a bit of a joke these days.
Find out.
Talk to a few mates, make a few calls. When do you need it by?
Right away.
Okay. Do you want to hang back a bit?
Ah, stop. Hello, Maud. A pub. Yeah, if you want, but give it half an hour, will you? I'm in the middle of something.
Okay. My guy says it might take a wee bit longer.
It's important.
Well, the thing is, either nobody knows who the third man is, or they're all too scared to talk.
There'll be more when you get me something.
Here's dangerous. I'll be off. Do you mind?
Yeah, I'll hang around.
Julie making you cut back?
I just fancied a half, that's all. How's the accommodation thing going?
Well, short term, I'm in a disgusting bedsit. But I've been making inquiries into flat sharing, seeing about half a dozen places so far.
Any luck?
Early days, but I've made a list of favourites.
Alice, Cornfield Avenue, 9 out of 10. Rosie, Eastcroft Square, 5 out of 10. Kimberley, Church Street.
10 out of 10. I've just come from there. Very nice.
They're all women.
Yeah, I know. Do you want another half?
You can't base your selection on looks.
Why not? It's no more arbitrary than choosing another way. It's Darwinian. It's evolution. It's survival of the fittest.
I don't think Darwin intended fittest to mean good looking.
Au contraire, that's exactly what he meant. Are you in a hurry?
Yeah, I've got a suspect to visit.
You making any progress?
Some. We managed to connect the gun that killed Jimmy Vincent to the diamond robbery.
Live by the gun, die by the gun. That's why I never became a criminal, you know. I'm bullet intolerant. Oh, this is great, me and you. Chatting stuff over, just like the old times.
You only moved out this morning.
What do you do tonight?
Why?
Do you and Julie want to come for a takeaway?
I can't, mate, I'm sorry. Look, I'll best be off.
Kimberly.
What really bothers me is Jimmy's involvement in the diamond heist the day he's released. It's all a bit rushed. It's not like him at all. Why would he do that?
Maybe he was forced. Borrow $5 off you for that takeaway, could I? Well, let's put all my cash down on the deposit for that bed sit. It's at a 20.
DC Davis, Wilston North CID. Can I have a word, Mr. Bond?
Yeah, sure.
I prefer somewhere more private.
Yeah, this is fine.
Mick claims you dropped Jimmy off in Weymouth Street the day of his release.
Yeah, that's right.
What's in Weymouth Street?
I don't know.
Then what did you do?
I come back here, did a bit of work with Sean. He's got a big fight coming up. And then I went home. Got ready for the party.
Let's cut to the chase, shall we?
Be my guest.
Ballistics say Jimmy was killed with the same gun that was fired at the robbery.
Oh, well, thank you for sharing that with me.
And I have reliable information you were involved in that robbery.
Someone's been pulling your chain, Constable! Isn't that right, Shorty? Yeah. I'm sorry, but you really should get your facts right.
Did you know Jimmy had written a book about his life of crime?
Yeah.
Did he show it to you?
I'm not a great reader. Does it worry you what he might have written? Why should it? You're his right hand.
Now listen, you punks. If I see your face round here again, I'll rip it off and use it as a chamois leather. That's enough, Billy.
Thanks for your time. It's been a real pleasure.
There's something I want you to do for me.
Grouting wasn't exactly what I had in mind.
It won't take long. Oh. You're all dirty. What have you been doing?
Grouting.
Say grouting again. Drives me crazy.
Polyfiller.
That's what happens to grasses. You ever give him information again, you're dead.
Hello. Is that... Maud, is that you?
Maud! Maud!
Maud!
Wait here, please.
DC Davis,
Is he going to be all right?
your friend's in a serious condition.
How serious?
We're still running tests, but I have to ask, who's his next of kin?
I don't know.
Who would beat him up? I mean, I'd never hurt anyone. I know he's a bit untidy, but he's gentle and he's kind.
There's some nasty characters about.
It's my fault.
No, it's not.
I was the one who asked him to leave.
We both did.
You can see him now.
You're doing yoga? Grass?
Oh, Maud.
He thought you were my grass. Did you get a look at his face? Balaclava. I'm so sorry. I feel terrible. You do too. Is there anything I can get you? Radio 4.
You can't just go storming in arresting Billy Palmer. He'd make us look like a right bunch of bollockheads.
I think it was Palmer who beat up my mate.
Oh, how'd you know that?
But the balaclava's a dead giveaway.
Hardly a unique M.O., Dangerous. You want to bring him in, get some evidence.
Look at this. It's a Blakey.
For what?
You know, the metal tack that stops the heel wearing down.
Oh, right.
Jimmy. Jimmy was a tough little kid. I know that because we met during a punch-up. Me and him. Scrapping like a right couple of mongrels. But then we started talking. And we just got on. As we got older, Jimmy started dressing like a movie star. He had the charm and all. Just none of the opportunity. Oh, for us, it was the Holloway Road. Not Hollywood. But yeah, Jimmy had class. And he was honorable.
Mad Mel Johnson.
And that's not something you hear much about these days.
Tommy Eves.
Nobody seems to care anymore.
Is Jimmy's cousin. Harry Two Fingers.
I thought he was in Broadmoor.
And he never...
Well, can't you see his boyfriends, you plum?
Never forgot where he come from. Back when we were starting out, Jimmy nicked 20 grand's worth of luncheon vouchers. But instead of flogging them, he went around the streets handing them out to those who needed them. Kept people fed for months. Yeah, that was Jimmy. Jimmy the gent. The best mate I ever had.
It's you and me now, Billy. Hey?
Yeah, Mick. I need another drink.
Oh, I promised myself I wasn't going to cry when I did this. Some of you know it's not been possible for me to have children, no matter how many IVF treatments we tried. Jimmy never blamed me. In fact, he put on a brave face, but deep down I could tell that he felt cheated. And then a few months ago, Tanya, God bless her, offered to be a surrogate mother for our child. Sorry. You tell.
I'm over 3 months, and it's a boy.
That's brilliant. Brilliant. Brilliant, that is.
Strange, isn't it? Throwing a great party for you, the one day they know you can't come.
I always wondered about that.
You a friend of the family?
Detective Constable Davis, but everyone calls me dangerous.
Why?
Basically, they're taking the piss.
You're after his killer.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Well, go on.
What?
You want to ask me something, don't you?
What does Chas Hooper feel about you being a surrogate mother?
Somebody's done their homework.
I've seen you together.
He's fine about it. He worshipped Jimmy same as everyone else.
Did you?
I'm having his baby, aren't I?
What happens now Jimmy's gone?
Beverly and I will raise him.
Together?
She's asked me to move in here.
Where is Chas? I saw you with him at the burial, but he doesn't seem to be around.
He had to go. His mum's not well.
Through the window, I saw the masked man hold a gun to Gary's head and shoot him. He dropped, and I thought he was dead. They shot him, and I saw Gary's head snap back like he'd been hit. I saw Gary's head snap back like he'd been hit.
There was a call for you earlier from a lady at Desmond Marshall's office. She said he still hadn't called in and wasn't at his home. She sounded concerned.
Hey, do a trace on his credit cards. See if we can track him down. There's something not right about this statement. If the driver fainted when they shot him, how come his head jolted back?
Because he was being shot at.
The bullet missed.
He wasn't to know that. He probably flinched and then fainted.
Is Gary in?
I'm busy, Mum.
DC Davis is here to see you.
Just a few questions.
Can't I wait till the morning?
Sorry.
Piss off for a bit, Mum.
You ain't so big I can smack you, you know.
I've been going over the guard's statements again, and something doesn't make sense to me.
Have you ever had anyone shoot at you? Bang! Like that. So close you can smell it.
No.
Well, let me tell you, mate, it ain't a pleasant experience, yeah? You know how they say that your life flashes before your eyes when you think you're about to die? That's bollocks. What happens is you black out and you piss yourself. At least that's what happened to me.
Chas Hooper not as good as you.
Of course not.
You visited Jimmy in prison.
Once in a while.
According to the records, you went with Billy Palmer on 3 occasions in the month prior to him getting out.
He was my godfather. I saw him on his weekend releases as well, so what?
Look at me. Turn and face me. What did you talk about?
I've got the time and route of the delivery.
How much is on board?
6 million quid.
Couldn't you get anything bigger?
What's the rush, mate? Wait a while.
I'm not hanging around for 3 more months for the next delivery. We go on the day I get out. End of discussion.
Birds. Football, the usual.
The robbery was your plan.
Says who?
Your mate, Gary Green.
I don't know him.
He says you've been friends since you were kids.
Well, people say a lot of stuff about me.
Your name's on his games console.
I reckon you put it there.
He says you put the heist together, planned it, then got Billy and Jimmy in on it.
The security van will do a right here, and then we ram it with a bus, yeah? Me and Jimmy go and get Gary out of the driver's cab and threaten to shoot in front of the guards in the back.
How long before the old Bill arrived?
Just over 6 minutes.
How'd you figure that?
I've logged bricks to half a dozen shop windows around here in the last few months. The time and the fastest response.
Boy's done his homework.
He says you're the third man.
Like I said, people make stuff up.
You were the one who pretended to shoot him so the guards would open up.
My client denies any involvement in the diamond heist.
That gun, your gun, was used to shoot Jimmy. You killed him. Admit it.
Why would I kill Jimmy? I loved the man. Admired him my whole life.
Your girlfriend was carrying his baby.
So? I'm not bothered. She did that to help him. I respect her for it.
I don't think I could handle that. I know you couldn't. You had the gun, you had the motive, you pulled the trigger.
I didn't. And I can prove it.
My client has an alibi for the night that Mr. Vincent was murdered. He was with his girlfriend, Tanya Palmer.
So you're saying it was Billy? He was on the heist. Was it his gun?
There was only one thing I hate more than you lot. You know what it is?
No.
Grasses. Do you know what I mean, Constable? I think they're the scum of the earth. If there was one on fire, I wouldn't piss on him because they don't deserve to live. And Jimmy taught me that. How's your mate? I heard he took a bit of a beating. Still eating through a straw, is he?
This interview is suspended.
I was this close to punching him.
Well done, Dangerous. Finally living up to your name. I miss those days when you could trip a suspect down the stairs, finesse a confession. Though, it has to be said, some of those old lags knew how to take a beating. Like a man. Yes!
Anyway, his alibi checks out. Tanya says he was with her all night, so either she's lying or he couldn't have killed Jimmy. Maybe I was wrong about him.
We all make mistakes. Mind you, in those days, nobody would have gone running to the sodding police complaints authority looking for a handout when we did. Not like today's whinging ladyboys.
Not sure. I remember everything being better back then. People haven't changed.
All I'm saying is that if Jimmy the Gent was still running the show, things would be different.
Maybe I shouldn't be a copper anymore. Don't want to turn into a bitter old man. Hating the world.
None of us did. And why don't you piss off back to your nice little wife and your nice house? And leave me to get hammered in peace.
That was Maud. He sounds really depressed. The doctor's taking a real dislike to him. There's this real nurse Ratchet who hates his guts. He's thinking of checking himself out. The thought of him all alone in that state really worries me.
Me too.
What are you doing?
Did you trust the guy who did this?
Yeah.
Good.
Sleep well.
Dangerous. Thanks.
Don't mention it. All three men are connected to Tanya.
You reckon she's the key to it?
Maybe. I don't know. What do you think?
It's your theory, don't ask me.
Weymouth Street. Harley Street.
We're in Willesden, Dangerous, remember?
Life sentence.
What is?
It's the name of Jimmy's book. Where's the pathology report?
Here.
You read it, right?
No. Why bother? Get his brains blown out.
You Burke.
Desmond Marshall's credit card records came in. 5 days ago, we made a payment to the Stamford Park Hotel in Paddington.
Cheers. Open up, please.
As soon as I read Jimmy's book, he's killed. Then I start getting these threatening phone calls saying I'll be next if I don't disappear. I didn't want to risk it, so I closed the office. I came straight here. I haven't left this room since. I think I'm going a little bit stir crazy. He wrote a no-holds-barred expose. Who did what to whom and why? There's a lot of very bad people. Must be extremely nervous.
Anyone in particular?
Do you know what they do to grasses?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Then he'll understand if I say nothing.
You got a copy of the book? Let me have a look at it. Then we might be able to keep you out of it.
What? And I won't have to testify?
No.
Make a ton of money, be a big hit. I was amazed he was so honest.
He was dying. He was riddled with cancer.
Oh. I see. Had nothing to lose.
He told it like it was, warts and all. He could write, you know. Bit of a natural. Waste, really.
Keep your hands up. Come on, you're wide open, come on. That's right. Feet, use your feet. That's good. D.C. Davis. Take it you're not here to learn the art of pugilism. He could have been a great fighter. Middleweight.
What stopped him?
Politics. Outside the ring, boxing's just like life. Some people are allowed their shot at the title, others ain't.
I read Jimmy's book.
Oh, yeah? Any good?
It's a revelation. You're in it?
Yeah.
A lot. How is it he describes you? The enforcer. That was how he kept the Jimmy the Gent thing going. You weren't afraid to get your hands dirty on his behalf. He even describes you knocking off old Peter Rigby.
News to me.
Not what you'd want, being shared with the world. Did you try and stop him publishing?
Here, let me show you out.
I haven't heard that for a while. You murdered him because of Tanya.
I didn't kill him.
Jimmy was always a star, wasn't he? Did he feel entitled? Was that it? Nothing off limits for him? Not even your family? When did you find out she was carrying his baby?
That night.
Tanya's having our son.
What are you talking about?
She's given us something we've always wanted.
Always dreamed of. But she's my daughter!
Billy! It was her idea!
I left. Needed to get my head around it all. Needed to speak to Tanya. But she wasn't home. So I went back. But the party was over. And then I saw a light on in the pool area. Jimmy. He was already dead.
Well, I don't believe you.
Well, suit yourself.
Who had the gun after the heist?
No comment.
Was it Chaz?
No comment.
Gary Green says Chaz was the one who pretended to shoot him.
Does he?
You want to go down for murder, is that it? You'd rather do life than break the code of silence. Do you even like Chaz?
Not particularly.
Then tell me he had the gun and I might believe you didn't kill Jimmy.
No comment.
Billy says you had the gun that killed Jimmy.
You're lying.
He doesn't like you, Chaz. He doesn't like you going out with his daughter. He didn't like you being in on the heist. He didn't want you being part of the gang. Do you know that? Gary Green's fingered you for the heist. Trace evidence on your hand, show you fired a gun. Jimmy's dead. Billy's going to follow Gary's lead, do a deal, leaving you going down for murder. Unless you start cooperating.
You going to cooperate? Or are you too stupid?
Suit yourself.
DC Davies is leaving the room.
Jimmy
This
took the gun
interview
off
is
me.
suspended.
Give me the gun, you stupid bastard!
Relax. It went like a dream.
You didn't need this! Now we're all on the bigger tariff just because you wanted to play Bonnie and Clyde!
Jimmy never gave the gun back, so I couldn't have killed him.
You admit you and Billy were on the heist.
Yeah.
But my client was not involved in the murder of Jimmy Vincent.
He still beat up my mate.
You have any proof of that, Constable?
I'll get some.
Where are the diamonds?
Jimmy stashed them for us just till things blew over. Then he was going to use his old contact to fence him.
Where's the stash?
I don't know.
You're telling us you let him keep the entire haul without even knowing where he was going to put them?
Yes.
Bollocks.
The gun must be at Jimmy's house.
What? You think Bev shot him?
Why not? Oh, all that shit about surrogate mothers and artificial insemination. It's rubbish, isn't it? Look, Jimmy knocks up Tanya on his weekend release, so Beverly blows him away when he gets out. It's as simple as that.
All right. Have a word. But, treat her gently.
Is Tanya really a surrogate mother? Or was Jimmy having an affair with her?
Doctor's letters, tests, bills, confirmations, it's all there.
Did you know Jimmy was dying of cancer?
Yeah.
Why didn't you mention it?
'Cause it's none of your business. He didn't want people knowing, all right? Never show you're bleeding, that was his motto. Jimmy wasn't one to complain, and he wouldn't have wanted me telling people. We still loved each other, you know.
Beverly Vincent, you are a knockout. You always were.
You're not so bad yourself.
My only regret.
Is not being here enough. I believed him too. Not bad when you think about it. One regret for a whole lifetime. Most people have more than that in a week.
Where's the gun?
The gun?
The gun that killed him. The one Jimmy took off Chaz after the heist.
How would I know? Oh, I get it. You think I killed him?
Did you?
I've been waiting a decade for my husband to get out. In all that time, not one bloke ever made a pass at me. Do you know why? Everyone respected Jimmy. He was a real man. My man. So no, I didn't kill him.
No ice.
Machine's broken.
Ice.
Make yourself at home, why don't you?
Security guard let me in. Didn't think you'd mind.
How can I be of assistance? What's that?
Jimmy's book.
What's that got to do with me?
Nothing. You're not in it. That bothers me.
I wouldn't let it worry you.
It doesn't bother you.
Only a poxy book. Who cares if Billy's got an old chapter?
I never mentioned Billy. Did they even tell you about the heist? When did you read it?
Do you want one?
You killed him. With that gun.
He deserved it. After all the things I did for him, the years we've run together. He did this to me! Watch out! Come on, Jimmy! Leave me! He just left me there. Went off and pulled the heist. Look at me. Do you see a man? No, you see a cripple. Everybody does. He took that from me.
Then years later, Jimmy writes a book. You're not in it.
It was just sitting there, inviting me to take a look. I knew I shouldn't, but I just couldn't resist. I sat on a bog reading it, while everyone else was enjoying the party. They didn't notice I was gone. Big surprise.
And the more you read, the more you realised you weren't even worthy of a mention.
He was ashamed of me.
Then what happened?
I waited till the party was finished. Till all the arse lickers had left, and then I went looking for him, and I found him. Bloody Mick, the big man, enjoying his success.
What are you still doing here?
I wanted to see you. Alone.
Oh, can't it wait till tomorrow?
No! It can't.
Where did you get the gun?
Jimmy gave it to me. He told me to stash it somewhere safe.
What is this, some kind of a joke?
Is that all I am to you? A sodding joke? He left me on the sidelines all his life, while him and Billy got rich and famous. And when I asked him, why? Do you know what he told me?
Because you didn't have it. You weren't smart like me, you weren't hard like Billy. I'm sorry, mate, but that's the truth.
I'm gonna kill you. I'll be the final chapter in your life.
I've had enough of this. Just go. We won't mention this again.
I'll be remembered. They hadn't even told me they were working. They shut me out! I watched him die.
Give me the gun. You've done it. You'll be famous. You're the man who killed Jimmy the Gent.
Yeah.
Breaks my heart that he was killed by one of his mates, you know. What happened to the code? To honour?
Yeah. It's a lie. They romanticize the life, each other, themselves. Reputation, respect, doesn't mean anything if you can't look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day.
Where's your 50?
Too rich for me. I fold.
Let's see your cards. Oh, that is not fair! I mean, look at him, he's got a permanent poker face. No offence.
I'm taken.